So, good afternoon, and thanks for this wonderful opportunity. It is such a great honor for me to bring the voice of my territory to an international event of such high prestige as Florence in the world. Today, I speak on behalf of Tre Terre Canavesane, a project that unites three municipalities, Allier, Castellamonte, and San Giorgio Canavese, forming a unique collection of products, excellent craftsmanship, and artistic heritage. The aim of Tre Terre Canavesane is to propose a unique mix that moves towards biodiversity as a strategic value for the protection and enhancement of all territories, even the most marginal. San Giorgio announces its white bean cortaraggio that almost disappeared from our fields, but today has become a slow food garrison that traveled up to space with the awesome Samantha Cristoforetti. Castellamonte confirms once again the great tradition of uncrafted and artistic ceramics, starting from the very special pots called tefeye that you can see, where those tasty beans were cooked for a whole night with pork and the well-known typical stuffs. Elia also offers very tempting treats, the torcetti of our master bakers, already awarded directly by the Savoys back in the 14th century. Elia and San Giorgio Canavese share lands for the Erbaluce of Caluso wine, conferred with the DOCG certification that stands for Denomination of Control and Guaranteed Origin. A tradition of know-how is the legacy of ceramists, farmers, winemakers, bakers, and chefs that make brilliant the food and wine of the Tre Terre. From the classic extraction of the so-called Castellamonte's red herb and the turning into the unequivocal tefeya or the ancestral styles whose design spreads throughout the world since the 19th centuries. The productions of Herbaluce, who cultivate the vine with the traditional Canavesane pergola in wood and transform it into the three variants of still white, the spumante, metodo classico, or even the passito, for which the selected bunches are dried and then squeezed for an exceptional nectar. The darkest biscuits of Roletti's bakery in San Giorgio Canavese, the buttered torcetti, distinctive of Allier, or the soft amaretti from Castellamonte. All of these traditional recipes with local products are faithfully reproduced with contemporary taste by many high-quality restaurants of the Tre Terre. The main goal is to link these very many excellences from a touristic point of view to the flavors and traditions. The three castles, UNESCO heritage, and national monument, Ducal Castle and Park of Allier, that you can see right now, private residences that often host events in Castellamonte and San Giorgio Canavese, Villa Meleto, residence of the famous poet Guido Gozzani in Allier, and Villa Malfatti in San Giorgio, or even better, the Rotonda Antonelliana in Castellamonte and the Ceramics Museum. Also in Castellamonte, the Pagliaro 1814 Ceramic Center or the Ethnographic Museum Nossi Raiz in San Giorgio Canavese. Tre Terre also hosts important tourist events dedicated to the excellence of the territory, such as the Biodiversity Market Exhibition in San Giorgio Canavese, Calici tra le Stelle in Allier, and the Castellamonte Ceramics Exhibition. Since 2020, as you may know, the Tre Terre Canavesane has also been carrying out a summer festival of music, theater, and dance, Summer of Instance. Following all COVID-related guidelines, we have set up more than 50 open-air events this year with high-profile guests. There is way more than just culture. Those who love outdoor activities will find suggestive landscapes that can be visited on foot, by bike, or even horseback. Imagine taking a walk along the historic Canal of Caluso in the vineyards or horse-riding the Morena Ovest, a thematic itinerary to learn about the geological genesis of the moraine amphitheater of Ivrea, one of the most significant in the world. The Canal of Caluso was built in 1558 by Marshal Charles de Cosse-Brissac, governor of Piedmont, on behalf of the King of France. His goal was to bring water from the Orco River to the territory of Caluso towards Chivasso. In the mid-18th century, the Savoy family took control of the canale, and it became the state property. It was strengthened and enlarged in order to irrigate the fields for the breeding of royal horses in the Mandria of Chivasso. Today, the Canal of Caluso, with its pathway, the reality that it crosses, the architectural and naturalistic peculiarities that emphasize, is a strong element for contemplation on the relationship between Earth and humans, sustainability and fruition, history and present that can inspire to interesting suggestion. The water element becomes a unifying tool of the territory, bringing life and wellness, allowing cultivation and irrigation of fields, industrial development as a source of clean energy. The route from Spineto, a quarter of Castellamonte, to San Giorgio Canavese is just 7 kilometers long and therefore highly recommended for a relaxing walk or cycling tour. Even with just a bicycle, it's so easy to move around the path that unites the three municipalities to visit and admire the many historical, cultural, and natural excellences that our territory can boast. Directly on the itinerary of the canal, you can discover the Perotti Chapel in Castellamonte, the votive chapel of Bairro, the mill of Bairro, the cotton milk, and the castle of Allier, the iron bridge, and the 18th century mouse in the town of San Giorgio Canavese. A well-designed project for the Tre Terre Canavesano with incoming tour operators has also led to the organization of multiple proposals for multi-day vacation with a slow approach in a corner of Piedmont yet to be discovered. As the last step of this journey inside the Canavese, I would really love to show you a short video that will give shape to my words, inviting you to visit us to be able to slowly savor all our most hidden treasures.
Thank you, Pierfrancesco, Elia, for your presentation. Very interesting.
There is just video. Okay. Thanks a lot. I'd really like now to take a moment to thank the Life Beyond Tours team for this wonderful event, which allows small territories like us to stand out and compete even at an international level. So again, thanks a lot for this wonderful opportunity.
Thanks to you, Pierfrancesco, for your presentation. You propose a very interesting travel in a wonderful territory, and it's important to remember the territory as complex of tradition, history, contemporary, cultural reality, and also activity of local administration and community, of course. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you too, and have a nice day.
Grazie. Allora.